And then Geshe-la mentioned a few things here and there, so you're probably wondering how everything fits in together, what Geshe-la said and what we've been doing. So after that, I would like to talk a little bit about a structure, how if you would like to continue the practice at home, how do you put all the things together, how you put all the things together. Yeah. And then I would like to talk about the homework that you hopefully did. Yes? Yeah, you had time to do it? No? No? Well, what a shame. But anyway, because then you. Anyway, for the ones that you did, we're going to talk a little bit about that. But to start with, let's just, as I said, let's just do our 3 rounds of 5 minutes, and I will introduce the awareness of awareness. Yeah. So we're going to do 3 sessions of 5 minutes. Those, when I say 5 minutes, is the actual meditation. Yeah, there's some preliminaries to it. The posture, the relaxation, that's a preliminary. The actual meditation is going to be 5 minutes with little breaks in between. Okay. So what I would like you to do at the very, very beginning, because we've been talking, having conversations. Our minds might be still in the conversation. So I'd like you to park, to park everything that you think that needs to be parked for now. Just put it aside. Different ideas or, stories or contemplations, whatever it is. Just put it aside. So we can start fresh. Maybe you had a few conversations about different things. So whatever it is, see if you're willing to put everything aside. Okay, so after doing that, then bring the mind into the sphere of the body. A mind that is not so full of luggage, Try to become very present. You're still right here, right now. The retreat hasn't finished. We tend to start planning, all these ideas and things. Yeah, this and that. Just not now. You're still here. Become very present. You're sitting on your cushion or on the chair inside this meditation hall at Chandrakirti Meditation Center in Upper Muttari. You're right here, right now. Unite body and mind. Our minds are, like kites, or flying back into the past, or flying forward into the future. But bring your kite back. You're in the present. And then connecting with the earth element, grounding ourselves, centering, and opening, refreshing our motivation. We're doing this practice so we can, basically be better people for the benefit of others. And let's continue by taking nice inhalations and paused and controlled exhalations. So breathing deeply. Breathe in and replenish. And breathe out and let go of the busy mind. Breathe out and relax your body and mind. And soften your shoulders, your chest, your throat, your skull, your facial expression. Very soft. Breathe in deeply. The next exhalation, soften completely your internal experience. Loosen up. Let go. Loosen up and let go. Now we hold on to so much. We can become so heavy. See if with the out breath you can release that heaviness. Your posture is very stable as a mountain, but internally you're very soft like a feather. And take a last deep breath. The body goes back to its natural rhythm of breath. And then for a few minutes you bring your awareness to your nostrils. Try to use your time well, try to apply the practice with perseverance and patience. It's 100% your awareness at your nostrils. Your mind is at your nostrils or else, like that. With determination, observe. Okay, so now we shift our object. While you remain focused and concentrated, bring your awareness while you still have your eyes semi-closed and semi-open. Now bring your awareness to the space in front of you. Look to the space that is just in front of you. The space of the mind. So to help you identify the space of the mind, visualize a white cup in front of you, maybe like 70 centimeters away from you, at the level of your eyes. Just visualize a white cup. Don't get too hooked on how does it look like or this and that. Just a white cup. Now you see the space of the mind. The mind is the space that is between you and the cup. To the right of the cup, to the left of the cup, the back of the cup, up and down. Look at that space, which is not just space, because it has cognition, it's an awareness. So visualize the white cup and then look at the space around it. That's what we call the space of the mind, when it's free of all its other objects. Now make the cup disappear. You only have the space of the mind in front of you. It's spacious. As Geshe-la was saying, the mind is clear and knowing. It has clarity and it knows its objects, internal or external. Thoughts, ideas, memories, projections, expectations, emotions, and feelings. They're all objects of the mind. They're not the mind itself. So again, bring the cup, visualize the white cup, and look the space around the cup. And now make the cup disappear. That is your mind. Okay, that's good for now. So let's take a few deep breaths. Let's take a last deep breath. And if you need to stretch or stand up, please do so. So for now, try to follow the instructions. You know, no, it's not much of trying to analyze what we're doing. Just try to follow the instructions. Then we will talk about it, okay? But for now, let's just keep it simple. Yeah. So let's get into our posture in preparation for the second round. So shoulders back and down. Bringing the mind inwards. You know, we're so dispersed all the time. Try to feel that unification of body and mind, that union. So feeling fully present, in the present, grounding ourselves, centering ourselves, and opening. Let's continue by taking a few nice deep breaths so you know what to do by now. Check where you are at, what you need, and focus more in the inhalation or more in the exhalation, depending on what you're needing right now. Release anything that you need to release. Park anything that you need to park. Like this, feeling refreshed and stable. Take a last deep breath. Allow the body to find its natural rhythm, respiration. And then fully understanding the benefits of what we're doing, bring the awareness to your nostrils for a few minutes with determination. Hold your object, the nostrils, with firmness. Not pushing, but you're holding it with firmness. And you're looking as if you would be looking with a magnifying glass. Very attentive. And then again, we shift our object. Now while you have your eyes semi-closed and semi-open, you look at the space in front of you, space of the mind. You're not trying to find it, it's right there. You're not trying to visualize. It's just how it appears to you when you look at it. And again, to help you to identify it, another example we can use is as if you will be watching a play in a theater. So you have a stage, visualize that, and you have the actors, and they're performing a play. Don't get hooked up in the play itself, just visualize it for the sake of the exercise. And again, the space that we are trying to identify is the space between you observing and the actors, the space between the actors, around them, to the left, all the way to the right, above and below, and behind. All the space above, all the space behind. And now make the stage and the actors disappear. That's the space of your mind free of objects. Voila, your mind. Now again, bring the stage and the actors. That's what we do in our daily life. We create all these stories in the space of the mind. We completely fuse with the stories and the actors. Your mind is not your thoughts, not your ideas, not your memories, not your predictions. It's the space that holds all these different aspects that your mind has. So bring the players again, bring the stage. They're there doing the thing, and look at the space around them, below them, etc. Now again, make them disappear. Mere cognition. You're being aware of your mere cognition in its natural state, clear and knowing. It knows itself and it knows its object, but right now it's just knowing itself. Okay, take a few deep breaths. Take a last deep breath. Let's break just for a little while. Okay, stretch, stretch, stretch if you need to. Last stretch. And in preparation for the third round. So again, shoulders back and down. Open up your chest. Feeling very present. Grounded. Centered. And open. Continue by taking a few nice deep breaths. And do what you need to do. Take care of your practice. Take care of your mind. By taking care of our minds, we're taking care of ourselves and we're taking care of others. We are trying to develop clarity, wisdom and compassion. So, of course, these qualities will benefit others. So, understanding these benefits, the importance of this practice, wanting to apply the technique, take a last deep breath. And joyfully bring your awareness to your nostrils. Try to remain there. Apply the antidotes. The mind wanders, you bring it back. It wanders again, you bring it back. With patience and being gentle with yourself. And now with that same focus, we shift our object. And you're looking at the space in front of you. And another and last example that they use the analogy of the mind being like the sky. And any thoughts or ideas or discursive dialogue, they're just like clouds. You see, they come and they go, and they don't really affect the nature of the sky. Same with your mind. Thoughts come from the mind, and if you look at them, they dissolve back into the mind, just like the clouds. So like that, look at your sky mind, look at your sky mind, and if thoughts come, just look at them directly, see where they go. They just disappear back into the space of the sky mind. Okay, very good. Let's take a few deep breaths. Let's take a last deep breath. And coming back to the group. But if you need to stretch, so yeah, how did you go with that practice? Yeah, yeah, yeah. So are we getting the idea of the mind, how the mind looks like? A bit? Yeah? Yeah. I mean, we just use different elements, to try to see it. Um, I don't quite see you. Do you want like, do you want to do eye contact, or it doesn't matter to you? Do you want to do eye contact? Oh, okay. Because I was like, where is she? Yeah. So how was for that group here there at the back? Mind? Are you getting it a little bit? Huh? Yeah. Have you ever looked at it that way? No. I mean, for some people, it could be really revelatory. They're like, oh wow. No. You've done that one before? Hmm. Oh, you don't have to you don't have to open your eyes for that one. Yeah, so it's half open, half closed at the beginning. Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah. Sure. Yeah, so our minds are way more than what we think it is. So it's more like a chessboard, and all the other things are like, the little, how do you call them, the chess pieces. But our minds are not just our thoughts, not just ideas. You're not your thoughts. Thoughts are just an aspect of your mind. You know? You don't have to believe absolutely everything that your mind tells you. You don't. The mind projects different sort of things. And most of the times, unluckily, they're quite delusional. Yeah. The things that we think about and the conclusions that we take, they're quite delusional. But do you know why? I mean, do you agree? Why? Why do you agree? Hmm. That's one aspect, yeah. 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 The experience. We have all different experiences, right? So yeah, I mean the cup is, we will see if we are not daltonic or anything like that. We all probably see the same cup. We all have different perspective of the cup, but we will all have a different experience of that cup or whatever it is. You know what I mean? Yeah. So it's like the problem is that what happens is that the way that you experience things is the way that you think they are, because that's how it appears to you. So if you think that someone is wrong, in your mind, you completely believe that that person is wrong, because that's how it appears to you. But if other people will have completely different experiences of that person. Well, people will think that she or he is lovely, and other people think that whatever it is, But we think that our projections are true. Why? Because they're our projections. You see? So just by seeing at the mind, just the mind, just the natural state of the mind and its different objects, then you can see that these are just your projections coming from the mind. They arise from the mind and they dissolve back from the mind. Yeah.
We use our mind to see our mind.
Yeah. So the practice is called awareness of awareness. You're aware of your awareness. Yeah. Very powerful practice. Yeah. Yeah. So do you understand the benefits? Why we're doing it? Well, think about it a little bit more. Why are we doing it? If this is this is a retreat based on mindfulness and trying to develop inner clarity. So why are we doing this practice? Again, please. Yeah, to be aware of the thoughts. And what's the benefit of being aware of your thoughts?
I guess you can gain awareness of the impermanence of it.
Yeah, that's one aspect. Yeah.
And you kind of I'm kind of there thinking, what do I believe? What can you believe in?
Mm-hmm.
When you're trying to formulate your opinion,
Mm-hmm.
what is your truth like?
Mm-hmm. Exactly. Is it true? Is it? Yeah.
Control of the mind.
Yeah, having control of the mind more. Yeah, being aware of delusional aspects. And so it's not only being aware of the delusional aspects, but what else about delusions, how does this practice can help us with those delusions? Yeah, yeah. And with the very, very delusional ones, how can this practice benefit us the most? When you're having a very delusional thought, how can this practice help us the most? Huh? You can put it away, but what else? Huh? You don't have to react to it, but there's something else. Yes, but if it's very delusional, what else you can do with the awareness of awareness? Yeah, because awareness of awareness, we didn't use the parking bit. No, you're not analyzing. That's an analytical meditation. Yeah. So what are you doing with the very delusional ones? What is the beneficial aspect of this of awareness with the very delusional aspects of your mind? Yeah, it does. But also that you just realize that it's just an aspect of the mind. It's not you. You're just having a delusional moment within your mental continuum. You don't have to buy into it. It helps you what we call with diffusion. You're diffusing yourself with delusional aspects of your mind. You don't have to buy into it. Right? So if you understand that difference, that there is your mind, and your mind takes different aspects, some of them will be very inspiring and very nice. Some of them will be very delusional, very horrible. Well, you don't have to buy into those because you know that this is just another impermanent aspect of your mind. Can you see that? Yeah, yeah. So what I thought of doing before going into talking a little bit more, I'd like to give you a little bit of a structure in case you are interested to continue this practice, yeah. And I know that Geshe touched on a few things, um, so you might not know how everything comes together, and that's a valid confusion. Um, so I'll try to first go into what we've done together, so you can have that very clear, and then I'll try to hook in some of the aspects that Geshe was talking about. Yeah, is that sounds good? Okay. So, but you have to help me, yeah? So this is more interactive, yeah? You have to help me. So when let's just take this last practice that we did, just this session today that we had 3 little sessions, but just because we used kind of like the same structure. Um, so what is the first thing that we do when we sit? What is the first thing that we pay attention to? What is the first thing? Yeah, the posture. Okay. So we start our formal meditation practice, yeah, by taking care of the posture. Okay. So within the posture, there's a few things that we took into consideration. Yeah, there was like 3 things, but the third one comes into another category. So posture. So there were 3 main elements that we talked about when we talked about the posture. So do you remember what was the first one? No. Yeah. So grounding. Yeah. So you're trying to ground yourself. Yeah. It's really good. Yeah. You're grounding. Yeah. But you guys are not taking notes. So does this interest you, or shall we just skip? We skip because I thought if you want to continue, then you have a good. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Oh, okay. So do you wanna get it or what? Yeah. Okay. So grounding. Oh, sorry. Okay. Okay. So then, what did we do? What was the second thing that we did? So first was grounding. Second,
Alignment.
yeah. So centering. Yeah. Yeah. We did the centering. Yeah. Are you guys with me? You visualize your spine. So the grounding was establishing that connection with the earth element. You know that we did that. Were you with me there? Yeah. Are you with us? Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, the grounding. Yeah, the grounding, and then the centering was you visualize, or you not visualize, but you come in contact with, with your spine, and you try to center, aligning. Yeah, aligning. Now we did a third thing, but that's into another category. So we did the grounding, we did the centering, and then we did something else. What did we do as a third thing? Yeah, that was a preliminary. No, that was a preliminary. That is being present. Yeah. Yeah, that's a preliminary. No, that's a preliminary. Yeah, being present is a preliminary from the actual practice. Yeah. Huh? Okay. Okay, so let's go into the practice again. So we were getting to the posture. Okay, the first thing that we did is we did the grounding. Yeah, we did the centering, and then what is the next thing that we did? Yeah, opening. Yeah, opening. So that one in particularly, thank you, Jen. Someone is listening. So opening, yeah. So that really what we are doing here is open the heart, yeah. But really, what we're talking about is motivation, yeah. Motivation. So after you take care of your posture, yeah, you kind of like you tune in into an altruistic motivation, yeah. So do you remember we've done that? Yeah, we open the heart and we think of the benefits of the practice, because by doing this practice, not only we're healing ourselves, but we can be beneficial for others. Yeah. So that motivation is a bit. Geshe-la was talking about the motivation as well. Remember? I mean, his English was a little bit difficult to understand, but if you could really tune in, you could get it a little bit, yeah. And he was saying, the three things that he made us repeat. May all the activities that I do with my body, speech, and mind, may they be beneficial for all beings. Yeah. So that is, he was talking about motivation. Yeah. So once you have your posture, you open your heart, so it doesn't become self-centered, self-cherishing, selfish practice. Yeah. Not only because the problem with mindfulness is that it became so mainstream, and it's great. I mean, it's great that it's becoming so mainstream, but it becomes a little bit just about me and my needs and what I have to, and my present moment, and like that. Tibetan Buddhism is good to do mindfulness, of course, but for us, it's all about doing what we do for the benefit of others. Yeah, we see the suffering of ourselves, we see the suffering of others, and we want to do something about it. And we do that by taking care of our minds. Yeah. And as a byproduct, also, actively we do things. But the main thing is we try to heal our minds and our hearts. Yeah. Okay. So do you remember that? So we did the grounding, we did the centering, and we did the opening. Okay. You were with me. Okay. Now the third one. So after we do that, what would be the next thing that we do? We're always breathing, right? We're always breathing. But what aspect of the breathing is that we did? Yeah. So it's deep breathing. Yeah. So deep breathing. Yeah. So the deep breathing, right? It has two main aims. Do you remember what they were? The inhalation. The main aim of the inhalation is to. Yeah. So to, what I put refresh. Refresh, re-energize, retableize, whatever word it works for you, yeah? Refresh. You breathe in, so this is with the inhalation, yeah? You refresh. You try to arouse, you try to arouse your awareness, yeah? And what's the other aspect? Yeah? Yeah, relax or release. Yeah, relax or release. So that's, you do that with your out breath. Refresh and relax. Yeah, refresh and relax. Good. Okay. Now, once we do that, what will be the fourth point? What do we do after we do that? What was the thing? After the nostril thing? um, attention. So, how is that called? If you're being attentive to an object, what are you doing? You're trying to what? You're trying to focus. Okay. You're trying to focus. Yeah, it's the focus. So then is what you were saying, Kath. When you try to focus, we used three objects. Yeah, we have three objects. Yeah. So what was the first object we used? Huh? The abdomen. Remember yesterday? Yesterday? Yeah. Yeah, we did the abdomen. Yeah. The abdomen. Yeah. Yeah, no, it's a good point because we did something in between, which is normal breath, right? We did that, yeah, the normal breath. But that's more like normal breath. That's more like a bridge between this one and this one, right? Yeah? Yeah, my handwriting is terrible. Anyway, you know what I'm saying, yeah? So what was the second object that we used? Are you afraid of, of talking? Okay. So what's the third one? What's the third object we used? Yeah, the mind. Oh, we were doing that, yeah? Okay, unless we were trying, huh? Okay. So, okay. So the idea, yeah? So the idea is, I don't know if you got that, but the idea of doing all these things, yeah? So focusing on the abdomen, focusing on the nostrils, focusing on the mind, yeah? Yeah? What are we trying to establish with that? What is the main aim of trying to have some sort of focus? What is the main aim of? Yeah, I mean, focus is concentration, right? Having focus is because you're being concentrated. Huh? Yeah, clarity is here. But before clarity, you need something. Yeah. So you're trying to concentrate, you're trying to focus. Yeah. It has to do with the little thing that we had here before. Yeah. You're trying to focus, you're trying to concentrate. When you have concentration, what do you have then before you have clarity? Yeah. Somebody said stability. So, yeah. So you have stability. Yeah. So you have stability of that focus. Yeah. You have stability of that focus. With stability, yeah. So you that's the sweet spot that we were talking yesterday about, So you have that stability, yeah. You have that stability, yeah. When you have that stability, there is when the clarity comes. Yeah, you can see things clearly more with awareness of awareness. If you can just see the space of the mind, then you will see the clarity of your mind. Yeah. And so the last thing that we do at the end of we did it at the end of the day, but if you're having a practice on your own, you can just do it at the end of your practice. Huh? Is what we call the dedication. You would dedicate. Dedication. Yeah? So yeah, very, it's kind of like I try to make things simple, even though it might sound complicated, but it's actually um, yeah, if you study or other things in Tibetan Buddhism, this is very simple. Yeah, so simple and practical. Yeah, simple and practical. Oh, I have a. Yeah, yeah. We dedicate. We share the merits. So you can do your own dedication. You can dedicate. You can share the practice, the effort of. You can just kind of like it can be something like that. Can people take this or? Yeah, people, you can take this if you like it, and you can dedicate, but you can do your own thing, like I dedicate, I share this energy, this loving kindness with this particular person or for this particular, I don't know, kind of like what, chaotic situation in the world to bring the benefit there. You can just become very creative, you can do your own dedications too. Huh? Okay. So, um, so I would normally suggest, to um, do this kind of practice early in the morning, like first thing in the morning. You wake up, you brush your teeth, or whatever you do. Yeah, we don't have to get into details of what you do in the morning, but yeah, to do it straight after you woke up because you're refreshed. Yeah, you are rested. Yeah, you don't have a busy day behind you that you have to sort out. So you wake up, you have a little cushion, yeah, and you just sit. I mean, um, Gisela was talking about 5 minutes. I mean, I would agree doing 5 minutes of the focus, yeah. But if you're just going to only sit for 5 minutes, the thing is that it takes a while for you to have some sort of like neutral mind. And for that, we need the preliminaries, all the rest. For me, 5 minutes are really short. It's good 5 minutes to do the focusing thing. Yeah. That we did just periods of 5 minutes. But I would suggest a practice of at least no more and no less than 20 minutes. Yeah, you can put your phone, you can put your alarm clock. 20 minutes, you wake, you stand up and you do what you need to do. You know,
Do you think it's better to do it before or after Reiki?
Reiki. Well, it would be good before. I mean, I recommend this to do before anything else because you're not distracted with any. Yeah, I would suggest it like before anything else. I mean, my practice is quite extensive, but I do a lot of practice before breakfast. Even that.
Yeah,
You know.
sure.
Yeah. So before you start engaging with life and things and people and phones and whatever, before even you turn on your phone. So like that, I would suggest 20 minutes. If you don't have if you can't wake up, 20 minutes before work for whatever reason, just do whatever you can. But I mean 20 minutes, how many minutes are in a day? Okay, that 20 minutes for just the healing and the well-being of yourselves, healing of your mind, the creator of your reality, 20 minutes is not much to ask. I mean, we do a lot of physical, washing and this and this and that, and the mind that creates your reality, not important. No, this funny nun, she was saying the thing, you know. Check thing. So Geshe-la was talking about different things. Yeah, he was talking about sound and meditation of sound and all that. I mean, if you liked it, if you like what Gisela said, you can just do the posture, do your motivation, do the deep breathing, and instead of focusing on any of the three things that we talked, you can just focus on sound if you like that. Yeah. And then I don't think that with stability and clarity you won't have it because it's not actual. Geshe-la talks about meditating on sound. It's just like listening to try to calm your mind down, but it's not an actual meditation. Yeah, Geshe-la said meditating on sound, but it's not an actual meditation. It's more trying to relax your mind. Yeah, trying to relax your mind. Yeah. Um, so yeah, I think the rest. He also did a little bit of counting. He says if it works counting. So again, not something that we did, not something that I suggest, but the counting would be for the focusing again. So you do the posture, you do the motivation, you do the deep breathing, and then you do the counting as your object to be focused. Yeah. So we used abdomen, nostril, mind. Geshe-la used the counting. Yeah. Yeah. So any questions so far about combining what Geshe-la said and what we've been doing? It's clear? Do things become a little bit clearer now?
I'm still not sure with the senses if like using the five senses,
Yeah.
is that could be its the focus, or is
Uh,
it more the process to
the senses,
to the focus?
the senses we use it here. Remember, we use them to. So it's a preliminary. It's just to become present. Remember, we do it first thing. So we're using we're using just the senses to become very present with the here and the now. Remember?
Yeah.
So like
So
that.
it should be up there.
So yeah, it's that's
Early, shouldn't it?
yeah, it's kind of there. That's why I say become present. It's a preliminary to the practice. It's just become very present. Yeah. Okay. So with the homework, yeah, with the homework, for those that could do it, yeah. Was it beneficial? Did it help? Did you go anywhere with it? Yeah, you got stuck. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, something that's been happening on a regular basis for me recently.
yeah, yeah,
And I talked about the triggers,
yeah,
and I was aware that I've been affected by a certain trigger. around someone that I had a regular contact with, and I looked at that, and you asked why.
Yeah.
So when I looked at that,
Yeah.
I thought, why is this? What is causing me to react this way?
Yeah.
And then I realised it wasn't in line with my own view.
Mm.
So that was the irritation and the disappointment
Mm-hmm.
and those were the things that I felt. And then I had to ask, okay, why does this disturb me so much?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, 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 good.
And then I realised I was judging the behaviour of this
Mm-hmm.
person.
Mm-hmm.
And I realised that this was not my own view, not my own standard. And so I was making a judgment,
Mm-hmm.
which then I realised was involving my ego. Because if I'm feeling this way and very strongly about somebody else's opinion or how they do something or reactions or behaviours, then yeah, that's involving my ego to judge that from my side. So then I looked at the alternative to that,
Mm-hmm.
to work with rather than reacting. So the alternative approach I thought maybe I knew would be to apply loving kindness and to each situation when it arose. So the practical way around that, when I looked at it further, was to think about the positive things that person possesses, the positive behaviours, rather than the negative ones that always irritated me. And developing a more open heart around that. So working towards being more grateful for all the positive attributes and develop that approach. Realising I didn't need to engage with it.
Good.
I don't know.
Oh, that sounds excellent. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. Amazing.
It's something that I felt I needed to.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because it matters. It
Yeah.
matters to this person, it matters to me. So
Amazing.
I just thought maybe, no, not maybe, I will be doing it.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes.
Excellent. Thank you for giving yourself that opportunity. It's amazing and for sharing it. Yeah. But I do agree with you in probably everything that you said. And mostly, like if we just look at faults, we will find faults. If we look for qualities, we will find qualities. It just depends which wolf you want to feed, right? Mhm. And it's like that. Like some things we have, I think that we have this sort of, we carry within ourselves this sort of pain or sorrow or guilt or, because it's just something that it's been unresolved and that we just put it aside for too long and we have never shared light to it. We have never like sat with it enough to try to unravel it and heal ourselves and become, how Lama Yeshe says, our own therapist. I mean, people invest so much money in, you know, um, counselors and all that, but we can heal ourselves, right? And just by doing that kind of work, just trying to go into those really little demons that we have within ourselves and just showing some light and understanding and bring some clarity. Yeah. 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 But you said that you got stuck with it.
Well, a lot of the things have just been said that follow through from what
Yeah.
I was dealing with, but I got to a point where I couldn't analyse myself. And that's really good feeling.
Yeah. I mean, you couldn't, I mean, or you didn't want to because it became difficult.
Maybe.
Yeah. Yeah. Because that's what it is. We can go to these spaces that are not, they're not comfortable and they're not nice. But if you take yourself there with kindness and, to trying to really look at yourself, in this mirror of mindfulness. But, our mirrors are quite, mm, like if you have a shower and then a hot shower and then a mirror goes, steamy, like that. Our mirrors are like that. But if we really start looking at ourselves and our minds, we start cleaning and you start looking things more clearly. So it's just, the thing is, the problem is that, we just carry all the things and we carry with them every day. So wherever you go, you're carrying it with you. And some of the things you're just thinking about, and then another thing happens and you're thinking about it. And you're just wasting so much energy during the day, So not only you have to engage with people and do things, but you're like trying to think of all the things that you haven't given them this special moment to be resolved. So when we do our practice, you try to park things, you park things aside and you try to concentrate. But then choose a choose a day, choose a time in your day, that you go and you choose clearly what issue you're gonna try to look at, and you unpark your car, you just bring it back and you just try to analyze it. But the problem is that we are trying to deal with our daily life plus all the things that happen, and it's too much. So you're not present and you're not dealing with all these things because things need time to be, things need time to be focused on. Do you see what I'm saying? So choose a day of, I would recommend, I don't know, just before dinner, after dinner, just if you can spend at least 5 minutes of your day at the end of your day on your own to trying to look into your day and see what's need to be resolved, or look, if you're new to the practice, look into your past and bring these things back and look at them, try to unpack them, trying to unravel them, trying to get into the root and trying to find a resolution, what it is. Ah, geez, okay. What I'm gonna do with that? Try to find a medicine, an antidote. And like that, so much clarity will come from that. Yeah.
I didn't have anything to advance today. I had done something similar a while ago with friendship. Something wasn't happening that was my business, I guess.
Yeah.
And I sat with it and thought about it a lot. But really, it comes down to my expectations, which aren't right. So now when it happened, I got expectations away.
Yeah, sure.
And it's fine.
Yeah.
I mean, might probably, and it has worked. Probably didn't do it as systematically as you did, but have looked at it and thought it doesn't affect really.
Yeah, sure.
Me shelving that and say there's an expectation that's unrealistic, illusionary.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's not really important.
Yeah. So that's good. Then you're prepared. I mean, by healing your mind, then when it comes again, you know how to deal with it. You don't have to go again. Oh, again, that negative pattern. You've been applying the medicine, so now you know how to even, it doesn't even become an illness anymore because right there and there you're recognizing, right? So you're recognizing things clearly, rapidly, more fast, and you can deal with things more. But things need it, like this kind of, I don't know. I mean, some of us we have trauma, some of us we have stuff. I mean, different levels, different like or like levels of or degrees of you know of depth, right? Some things really trigger something, but the things that really trigger you, is because you probably don't have the clarity of what it is. You haven't become into, the identification what it is and try to apply the medicine. It's like you're carrying an illness in your mind. So you're carrying an illness in your mind, and you haven't have you don't know what the medicine is. So like that we just try to find the medicine to our particular illnesses, and we could have a few, and some of them they could be very deep, and then some of them not so much so. But it requires treatment. Yeah, like any other illness, it requires treatment. Yeah, and so you can do that. You can do that.
Also to find a way how to react next time, because I
Yeah,
did it with fear of missing something out.
yeah,
And yeah, then I came to a point where I don't know, it was hard to find, because one side it's sure that I can't do everything what I want. Maybe if there are two events at the same time, so I only can do one, but there's no other option to do both.
sure.
And so maybe a way to react. So
Well, not
that's
react, respond.
yeah, I'll respond. But if I yeah,
It's about not being so reactive and taking your time, taking the space to respond appropriately. You know, to become a little bit more wiser, have more clarity of what's going on with me, what I can take responsibility, and how can I approach this situation in a wise way. Not deluded, not reactive, not full of expectation and all these projections that we put. Right?
yeah. So how?
So it's like knowing your psyche. Go deep. Know your psyche. Nobody knows your mind more than yourself.
Because I can go on, I have found a way to come on. So that's why. So yeah, there will like an end for it, but I was thinking about how to react or what to do if I have this another time. So,
Sure, yeah.
so
So you're more prepared. Yeah, you're more prepared in life. So things will happen to you. Things will happen to you. But now you will have a choice, right? Isn't it? Now you have a choice. Would you agree? You do this? So it's like you're not become a victim, of the world and the mind and this and this. Doing so this practice is super important. We do a lot of washing of the body and this and this and that, all this, so much bodily hygiene, mental hygiene, basic mental hygiene, zero. And it creates your reality. It's insane. No, it's insane. And that's why, the list that we had yesterday, all this stuff, is because we lack this basic mental hygiene. Yeah? So this is the foundation, the basis. And from there, you will start having more clarity, more openness, more spaciousness, more with the. Okay, I'm 5 minutes late, but some of you arrived 5 minutes late, so it's okay. Huh? So, so more even like having that clarity of the mind, very powerful practice, knowing your mind. Some people, I assure you, 99.9% of people don't even look how their minds look like. But now you know. Now you know. So yeah. But it's like I think I like what Gisela said. You start the 2 weeks, and it's like, oh great, you're so enthusiastic. You did this retreat, da da da. You go home, and then and then you forget about it. But it won't make the trick, unfortunately, like anything else. To really have good results, you need, to continue with it. If you see the benefits, I mean, you can go on and keep on being delusional and all that. And that's fine, but I don't know how much benefit will be for yourself and for others. Yeah? So it's kind of making a little commitment of like, okay, I can see the benefits. What can I do to make this a priority? And that's an internal thing that I can't take you there. You have to decide on your own. Yeah. Okay, guys. So anything else? You okay? You're still okay with you became stuck and all that? I mean, other things. Okay, one more thing. No, two more things, but quick. So if you do get stuck, if you do get stuck, yeah, you go for a friend and all that. But the thing that we do nowadays is that we reach out. We don't even go in and try to resolve. As soon as something happens, we go, ugh, out, out. It's like we don't try to create the conditions for inner happiness. It's like, help me out there, happiness out there, help me. You fix me, give me whatever it is. We do that. Fix me. I need to talk to you. I need to talk to you. Well, why don't you talk to yourself first and try to solve it? And if you get stuck, then ask for help. But empower yourself. We have an amazing mind. It's just that we haven't going to familiarize how amazing it is. So that's one thing. Another thing is that I think it happened to me. I did this, and then I got like, I don't know, it's stuck, but I just maybe was stuck, but I just sometimes I had to accept that I just couldn't take it deeper for some reason. I just had to accept that I was not ready to deal with it or whatever it is. So just if you can get stuck because you just don't have the insight or the clarity to unravel it on your own, you know? But also maybe you get stuck because you're not ready to go there right now. And that's fine too, you know? And just accept the uncertainty and just accept that, you know, right now there's confusion. And just accept that. Acceptance is huge. Just accept things how they are. Okay. Accept that, because when you accept something, again, you're giving it space. There's not this friction like, I'm trying to solve it. It's not going anywhere. But for years I've been trying. It's just like, accept that you cannot solve it. Put it aside and continue with your life, you know? Acceptance is huge. Yeah, you reckon? Yeah. Acceptance of others. Acceptance of others. They are how they are. They're doing their own thing. The same way that you're doing your own thing. And even though it might not be quite easy to realize, people are trying their best. Within their delusion and suffering, people are trying their best.
But if someone really knows me, I think it means I wish to believe patience.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, your best teacher. Yeah, people can become, instead of your worst enemies, your best teachers. Yeah, yeah. You can see it like that. What is this person teaching me right now? Mhm. Yeah, and just accepting where people are at, and not projecting all the things that that you want them to be or to do, so you are happy. Change, because I want to be happy, right? So accepting where people are at. Oh, it's true. You know, it's true. You know. Happiness comes from within. Happiness comes from within. Huh? I leave you to have your cup of tea. So Jen at 4 at the hall, and then you're back with me at 5, isn't it? Yeah. Okay. Enjoy.